That's what the machine looked like when we when we bought it.
Oh, that's great. You got to love a pinball machine that could show you its before pictures.
Yeah. And then should be some pictures of your test fitting stuff. That's what the board looked like when we.
Oh yeah.
Well, I wanted one that was not fixable.
I have a Centaur 2 that looks like that.
Yep.
And there wasn't any boards in it or anything. I mean, it was much gutted.
It was stripped. That's my crazy old office.
And so, what's you've got a computer hooked up to some kind of board that's.
I'll show you in a second.
Sure.
There's 3 relay boards in there that's running it.
It's me doing some art stuff, but different art. That was one of our back glasses at one time.
So we got a bunch of test fitting stuff that we did.
I don't know where it's all.
What kind of Mac is in here?
It's just a mini.
It's a Mac Mini.
Yeah. Which it's kind of interesting because the way that it's programmed and the way that I'm using it is incredibly wasteful, but yet we've got access to such processing power nowadays that it just doesn't matter. It's
Plus, you can also do your taxes at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's slow and clunky and dumb, but at the same time, it just doesn't matter anymore. So let me actually refire this and make sure that's going to go.
Actually, turn it off and let him see the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
The important question is, does it go up to 11?
It does, all over the place.
Actually, the bonuses go to 11, the levels go to 11, and
All the
there's several
controls
other
go to
things.
11.
Oh, that's great.
All the volumes go to 11 at the top.
There's 11 distinct levels in the game. If you look inside here, the big mess that's underneath here.
Wow.
This is entirely rewired. It's not the switch matrix anymore. It's actually wired quite a bit like a EM now, where almost everything's got a power coming up and a ground coming back.
So everything's run in pairs then, huh?
I mean, there's a singular ground.
A single ground plane.
But it's power going pretty much to each individual thing instead of a matrix. Which the switch matrix makes more sense, but I knew I could program for this, so that's why we did it that way.
And you use the existing GI circuit and and all of that.
Yeah. And then if you see back there that kind of crazy looking piece with all the relays
Right.
on it, that's one of the 3 relay boards that I use to run everything with. And there's another one.
So is this a custom board or?
Yes. Yeah. And then there's another one there. You can see that back over there. And then there's an input board here that's actually a iPack.
An iPack. Okay, so that's your USB to interface.
Correct. Right. So all the switches and stuff, everything go through that. And then
Interesting.
goes to a couple different USB hubs to the Mini right there, which does all the processing of the everything, and then sends the signals back out. Trip this relay, turn on this light, whatever.
So the iPack is your switch matrix translator into the PC?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's just literally a bunch of switches. It's not really a matrix anymore.
You can play the game on a keyboard if you.
So like the left pop upper is like R or
Exactly.
something like that.
Exactly. That is exactly right. Yes.
That's great.
And then it just kind of.
So you're no polling, no diodes,
Nope.
none of that.
Nope.
Wow, this is totally old school.
We actually had a problem with the flippers drawing so much power; they were burning out the relays at the bottom. So we actually put these automotive relays.
We got automotive
in place.
relays in there that they're 2-staging the relays. Those relays trip these relays, which then trip the flippers.
And now, if we burn up a relay, we just
replace these.
We just swap the automotive one out instead of the super expensive one down there.
I
Which are
gotcha.
a pain in the ass to do.
What are you running? Are you running the original power supply? So it's 50 volts on the coils.
Yes, it powers the coils and provides the 12 volt for the lights, and then of course everything else is either USB powered or direct AC to the Mac. So
I guess, and you're not running any low voltage logic TTL or so the RF interference off the coils is not giving you any kind of problems.
No issues at all. No.
Interesting. I tried to do something where I took a Arduino and put it into an EM, and I couldn't get it to work right because the coils would just screw up all of the signal lines.
Right.
Like stick it right here.
That is neat.
So and again, this approach was not because we thought it was better. It was just because I knew I could make it work.
And how long have you had this machine? This has been around a while, right?
I I would say we started working this probably 6 years ago.
Did they get it fixed?
And then we've had it on display for probably 3 years.
Are you going to make another game? Is this like a?
But this is never done.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
constantly adding stuff to it, constantly digging with it. So
Does it have multi-ball?
no, it claims to. At one point, it claims to be able to ready to go to an 11-ball multi-ball. It never does.
That's great. That's great. Oh, well, that's awesome.
This machine was never set up for the multi-trough. You know, I mean, it was originally intended to be a single place.
Right. I guess you could do something where it was a hole that stored it, and then whenever
It could,
you know.
absolutely. But I just never had the enthusiasm to do that. I mean,
And what's your name? You're Devin Durham. Where are you from?
Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. Thanks for sharing.